Well, everything in moderation is a really good rule to follow when it comes to your diet, but there are certain foods experts recommend to steer clear from. Here to tell us more is nutritionist Alyssa Bauman. Good to see you, Alyssa.
Thanks for having me back.
Okay, so there are some things that we should absolutely not be eating, and they're surprising, I think.
I think so too. You would never think so. You think tomatoes are really healthy, which they are. But canned tomatoes, unfortunately, are the opposite. Canned tomatoes are loaded with BTB, the chemical. And what happens is, because tomatoes are so acidic, they actually leach it out. And when you are eating canned tomatoes, like in your sauces or your soups, you're actually ingesting this harmful chemical. And it's linked to cancers, especially for men. It's linked to prostate cancers.
Right. Okay, so the idea is you can eat your tomatoes, but just not the canned versions.
Right. Don't eat the canned tomatoes. You can eat cans in glass. I'm sorry, tomatoes in glass are also just fresh.
Okay, so diced tomatoes is something that people ought to buy because it's easy to make a stew or something out of. Is it easy just to chop a tomato? Is that the same thing?
It's pretty much the same thing, but you can also buy them in glass.
Gotcha. Okay.
So stay clear of that for sure.
Steer clear of the cans. Okay, so this one was a bit shocking to me. Potatoes.
Potatoes, I know. Potatoes are the most sprayed vegetable there is in North America. They're sprayed at seed, they're sprayed during planting, and they're sprayed continuous throughout. Pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, all of these are endocrine disruptors in our body. So if you eat a lot of potatoes, 3 times, 4 times a week, go for the organic. Organic potatoes are not that much more expensive, so go for it.
Okay.
But ironically enough, and I find this really funny, because sweet potatoes don't have to be organic. And sweet potatoes, because they're a little bit sweeter, they keep the bugs away and they keep the other, animals away, so they're not as sprayed.
Okay.
And I like sweet potatoes better because they actually crush those sugar cravings.
So even though like a russet, for example, has like what seems to be a very thick skin, even those ones are, those are the ones that...
You know what? That's a very good question, because a lot of people say, okay, I can peel off the skin. But in the case of potatoes, conventional potatoes, they have been sprayed at seed, so it's already inside.
Okay.
And all of these chemicals are really harmful, especially for children.
Okay, so go organic if you can.
Go organic
or go sweet.
Or go sweet
potato. Yeah. Okay, so microwave popcorn.
Oh, this is an evil one. I think
convenient, though.
So convenient, but I can teach you a trick to make it even more convenient. You can not use microwave popcorn. You can use your own kernels. Make sure they're organic. Put them in a brown bag and close it up and put them in the microwave. It does the same thing.
Okay.
Obviously, it doesn't have that crazy flavor as the microwave popcorn.
Okay.
But do you know that flavor, that buttery flavor that you smell?
Yes.
Okay, that's something called diacetyl, and that's a synthetic butter.
Okay.
And not a big deal, but when you consume
it
and you smell it, it actually could cause lung cancer. But the real big deal here for this one is a chemical, and I had to write this down. It's called perfluorochemical, which is a known carcinogenic.
Okay.
And this is actually something that is used in stain repellents and flame retard. And that keeps the bag dry, but it's inside now, and you're ingesting it. And this has already been linked by the Environmental Working Group to various cancers, hypothyroidism, birth defects, and immune issues.
All right, all sorts of issues there.
Yeah, lots of issues.
Okay, so have your popcorn the regular old-fashioned way.
You know what, you can buy it. Buy a GMO-free organic popcorn. It's not expensive at the store, and you can flavor it yourself with butter or nutritional yeast or whatever, however you like it.
Perfect. Okay.
Doesn't take any time.
Artificial coloring.
It's
in everything.
It's in everything, and especially marketed to children, unfortunately. And children are the most affected because it really affects their learning. Lots of links to food coloring red and blue to ADHD. So please be careful and read your labels. You would never think that macaroni and cheese has food coloring in it, but look at that yellow color. There's nothing natural about it.
Yeah.
Colored cereals, these fruit gummies. Turn the label around and read it. If there are those food colorings in it and a BHT, avoid it at all costs, because I've seen a lot of kids, and I've had a lot of clients with kids that have hyperactivity because of the food that they're eating, and it's linked to food coloring.
All right, and finally, looks like some, artificial
sweetener, diet sodas. These actually do more harm than good. You are not going to lose weight by drinking diet soda, because this just messes up your system even more. So opt for healthier alternatives like a honey, maple syrup, and coconut palm sugar, which is lower on the glycemic index, so it won't spike your blood sugar.
It looks a little bit different, but same sweetness.
It is. It's sweet. It's high in calories. It still is sugar, but it keeps it more even. So if you do have to use sugar, and some of us do, I can't take away everything from everybody, then use the coconut palm sugar.
Okay. Alyssa, good tips as always.
Thank you.
Thanks for being in.